Next on the Game of the Week. In frigid Foxborough, with the Browns fighting for playoff survival, the Patriots saw their season flash before their eyes.
Rob Gronkowski is hurt.
He just took his knee out.
Gronkowski.
He's in a lot of pain.
He's in a lot of pain.
And Flash Gordon breaking away in record-setting fashion.
Here he goes! Bye-bye, Gordon! Touchdown!
But trailing by 2 scores, in the final moments of regulation, another breathtaking Brady comeback.
Brady takes the snap, rolls right, throws to the end zone, catches made! Touchdown! And the Patriots have the lead!
And a last-second kick brought nearly 70,000 fans to their feet.
Snap is back. He's into it. End over end. End over end. It is.
Featuring exclusive footage only NFL Films can deliver, we take you beyond the experience of game day and inside the most thrilling matchup of Week 14 like no one else. It's the Game of the Week right now on NFL Replay.
Little wind, a lot of cold, temperature at 33 degrees, and it'll drop as the Patriots home to play the Cleveland Browns. Browns headed by first-year coach Rob Chudzinski. This is just his 13th game as an NFL head coach. His counterpart, Bill Belichick, is coaching in his 227th game as a head coach.
In the first half, Jason Campbell and the Browns efficiently controlled the game, despite settling for just 6 points on a pair of Billy Cundiff field goals. Meanwhile, the Patriots offense entered Browns territory only once before halftime, and Tom Brady completed 7 of 19 pass attempts for a mere 95 yards, throwing 1 to linebacker DeQuell Jackson. After being shut out in the first half for the second time in 2013, the Patriots look to turn it around.
Big arm looking for a place to unload it. I think Norv Turner's really worked with him about if it's not there, throw it away. They got 2nd and 10 coming up, but they're probably going to, when they run, we'll see. They do. That's what the Patriots were looking for as Willis McGahee is stopped for a short gain. On 3rd down. Campbell and the Browns need 8th. Beautifully executed, and the spot's going to give them the first down. Terrific 12-yard play. Boy, that's big league stuff.
Well, Bess is going to come in, fake the crossing route, and then break to the sideline, being guarded by Arrington. Bess, he couldn't keep his feet, but he did get the first down. Great in and out move, and once again you see the receivers offensively crossing and then recrossing with motion in the stem of their route.
Campbell on target. Jordan Cameron with a wide open look at the ball, and he takes it in. Big gainer in the first down. He gained 21.
When we spoke to the Patriots, Bill Belichick acknowledged that Norv Turner, who has been a head coach in a championship game in this building when he was the head coach of the San Diego Chargers, they are very familiar with him and have great respect for his ability to adjust as the game goes on.
Browns mounting a lot of challenges. No touchdowns yet. 2 field goals. There's a penalty marker down as heading towards the end zone is Gary Harnett.
There was an obvious collision in the secondary. It's going to be really interesting to see what the call is, because there's no question something happened well down the field in the secondary.
Illegal use of hands to the face. Defense, number 31. That penalty is declined. Result of the play.
Touchdown.
Aqib Talib, somewhere in the secondary, put his hands to the face. Josh Gordon stood up and was calling for the penalty. This is Barnage right here. Watches this happen right at the top there. If you just screen, you see, yeah, Talib just pulls Gordon to the ground, and Barnage on the short pass catches it, and that leaves McCourty in chase, not able to get there.
Our guys, we talked about it all week, about being doubted as a football team and the growth that we're trying to improve on, and we just wanted to come out and compete at a high level and see where we can really be if we put everything behind us and just focus on these games.
Now the Browns looking at the scoreboard, trying to go up by 14, 2 full touchdowns instead of 13.
Knowing New England and their ability to score and score quickly to try to get it to a 2-touchdown game, is critical.
Never had a chance. Tried power up the middle. Patriots were all over it.
Coming up on the Game of the Week, broken hearts.
Gronkowski is hurt.
They just took his knee out.
And the Browns breaking away.
Gordon, he's going to try to run away from Talib across the 40-yard line. Goodbye.
Wow.
Come on, guys. Do something, huh?
David Ridley up the middle. Can the greatness of Tom Brady be displayed again here today as this is a come-from-behind ball club right now?
Well, and you got to know that 12 points is nothing for this Patriot offense. I mean, they've been behind worse than this in the last couple of weeks, as we've been talking about. And this Brown defense, though, has got to know they don't have to change too much to be a stout defense. Some minor adjustments is all they're looking at.
Straight ahead, Ridley, both arms on the ball, stopped by DeQuell Jackson, the leading tackler for the Browns, and guy who had an interception earlier today. Straight ahead, inside power. Man, there's some sticks going on out there. Ridley again. Not much. Got a couple out to the 35-yard line. Again, DeQuell Jackson on the stop. More heat on Brady. Gets it away. Comes in a little lighthearted. Here's a penalty marker now. They're going to have an interference call on the defense. First down, Patriots.
Yeah, Gronkowski working against T.J. Ward. He kind of used his body position.
Defense, number 43. Spot the foul, automatic, first down.
At first glance, it didn't even look like T.J. Ward was trying to hit him. He was kind of trying to avoid it, and Gronkowski kind of moved into it and wouldn't let him avoid the collision at the end of this play.
Brady timing throw, Gronk! Down to the 32-yard line, and Gronkowski shaken up.
And now they're going to say that was a catch. The ball came out immediately, and Gronkowski, and the tackle came in very low, and Gronkowski is hurt, as you can see there by the look on his face.
We've sustained some pretty big injuries this year with, really important, critical players. So we just got to keep bouncing back. And I always say no one feels sorry for the Patriots. I think we all feel sorry for Rob if he's, but I don't think anyone feels sorry for the Patriots. But we're with them, we support them.
You feel for a guy get injured, and you play the game hard, and you fight for 4 quarters, and unfortunately it's a physical game, and stuff like that happens.
I got to tell you, it's as tragic as it is. T.J. Ward comes in, and it's a clean hit. I mean, and that's the new NFL. It's the atmosphere these defensive backs are living in. They can't go in high and lead with the crown of their head like they were in the old days and try and knock the guy apart from the football. And as a response to that, they've started to have to go in low and knock them off their feet immediately. And in this case, Ward does that, and it costs a good player what looks to be a pretty serious injury.
Back to live action now. Here's Brady. Gets away. It's going to be a real incomplete forward pass. He shuffled the ball forward. Now
He moved to a fumble, and Tom Brady can't believe it. He tried to shovel pass it. It looked like a forward pass, although it was a two-hand chest pass. And it came loose, and the Browns were all over it. He did it in the pocket. The pocket was collapsing, and Brady trying to salvage something on the play after being so frustrated all day. You see him pull it back. He'll move up, and the ball comes loose. That is a fumble. He tried to pull it back to throw it, and it came loose, and the Browns came up with it. That's a turnover.
Paul Kruger put the heat on, and John Hughes recovered the fumble. Patriots down on their home field, 12-0. Brady looks. Diving extension to the ball by Edelman. Right now they're giving him a catch. 8-yard gain.
Yeah, the ball was moving around. Don't know that it ever hit the ground. It's hard to see from here. Certainly the Browns defenders didn't think they did, but it did. And yeah, it did. It did. Judzinski threw the flag very quickly to challenge this, and he's going to win.
Cleveland is challenging the rule on the play of a completed catch. After reviewing the play, it is an incomplete pass. The receiver did not maintain control of the football as he was going to the ground.
Gillette Stadium, a 23-yard catch and run to Sean Gibson, got him down.
This is what the Patriots do. If one of your great players gets taken out, you go to another one. Boyce, one of the young players that has been asked to emerge, was asked to emerge early in this season as Amendola was hurt, Gronkowski was hurt. They had to find somebody to fill the role, and Boyce got some invaluable experience earlier this season. It's paying off now.
Josh McDaniels, who played college football at John Carroll in Cleveland, played at the famed Canton McKinley in Ohio High School, where Garrett Blount now runs. Papa Rubin makes the stop. Well, the Browns defense, defense travels, Steve, and they keep pounding.
Yeah, you're right. Good teams always have, a good road team always has a stout defense. And down inside, the Cleveland Browns are very stout. We said it at the beginning, Ataba Rubin, Phil Taylor. Those guys down inside are tough with DeQuell Jackson standing behind them.
Brady fires a fastball. Beautiful connection to Julian Edelman. Edelman, a quarterback at Kent State. I asked Belichick one time, he threw a lot of touchdown passes. Would he ever throw one for you? He said, no, I think we'll let Brady handle the passing.
It's a football game. You're going to get hit.
They're going to go for it on 4th and 1, and it's the right time to do that. Midfield, you're not giving up that much field position. It's good field position, not great field position. And they need a spark through the Patriots.
4th and 1, and they empty the backfield, and Brady puts his head down and tries for a first down behind his center, Ryan Wendell. Logan Mankins and Dan Connolly, the interior guards.
You can say all you want about X's and O's. This is about a quarterback who's good at quarterback sneaks and also knows the value of a quick snap. Watch, he just gets up there and all of a sudden, boom, it's gone. They don't have a chance to hug down inside, cut their splits. The defensive line gets caught, kind of thinking, okay, what's going on? Oh, he gets under, it's too late. Snap it and get it done. Great job by Brady.
Patriots looking to come from behind again. Beautifully thrown underneath. Running ball was Laverick Blunt. He turns the corner. He's down inside the 20, and he's not done. So he gets all the way down to about the 18-yard line. Jackson and Joe Hayden finally brought him down, but it's a 32-yard gain for New England.
Well, it's going to be a play fake. He comes in, kind of chips around, then just turns around and makes himself available. Tom Brady under pressure just flips it to him, and the rest is just instinct and athleticism running through the middle of the defense.
4 down. Brown. 52. Brady.
This is the Patriots' first trip to the red zone of the Browns, and here's a ball tipped away. 2nd and 10. Blunt runs, great tackling. Jackson hits and Mingo's with him. So now another big 3rd down.
And the Patriots bring into the game Vereen, who's better in the passing game. I think lately we've seen a lot of Julian Edelman, particularly with Gronkowski out of the lineup at the top of your screen.
Patriots need 7. Look at the heat come. Brady throw, but it's behind the receiver, incomplete. Now, Steve, you take 3 or?
Yeah, you take the 3. It gives you a 9-point disadvantage on that play. Barkevius Mingo came in and bothered Brady before he could release the pass. And I think that's what forced the incompletion. It was just inaccurate because Brady got hit in the back right as he let it go. Mingo right there, you see as he grabs him, and Brady can't follow through on the throw. Mingo won't get credit for a sack, but he made that play.
Look at Gostowski's numbers, 28 of 30, hit 2 53-yarders in the fourth quarter against Houston last week, the second to win the game. And he drives this one through, so the Patriots are on the board, albeit with a field goal deep into the third quarter. It's 12-3 Cleveland. Wow, look at that, and on the run. Look at this kid run. Josh Gordon busts the game open. They held him down, and then boom.
It was a quick slant that we had, and we caught them in man coverage, and they're actually in zero coverage where they're pressuring and bringing everybody. So a great call by Norv, and it came out with the defense that you want. He caught the ball and then was able to stiff arm Talib enough to get away from him, and then run the way he can run.
Gordon is an outstanding receiver. He welcomes the competition. He has so much confidence right now that he can win regardless. And like I said, we want to put ourselves in a position where we weren't forcing it to him, but at the same time, you still want to give him an opportunity to make plays.
Trailing by 16, an all-purpose back restores the Patriots' purpose.
Runs it straight ahead, runs it to the end zone. He started it with a big play. He finishes with the touchdown.
Go, me!
There's a long ball. Caught! Shane Vereen. So when they had to have it, the Patriots get it. The long ball, 51 yards.
Well, there's nothing spectacular about this except the run and catch as he gets single safety, and Vereen just launches it. Just runs right by Robertson, and that's just a linebacker who's outmatched.
Now Brady looks again, checks underneath, goes to Vereen again, and he's all the way down to the 7 or 6-yard line. Well, Jackson gets him down, but it looks to be a 16-yard gain.
And just like Jason Campbell seeing the coverage he wanted, Brady in the last couple of plays has gone right at Greg Robertson, 53.
We're winding down the final ticks of the third quarter here at Gillette Stadium, Foxborough, Mass. Touchdown, Patriots. And quickly they go down the field and get back in the game.
That's the attitude of our team. We're not done until the clock says 0-0. Down but never out. And when you got a Thomas, your quarterback, you always got a shot.
Well blocked up front by the offensive line, aided by the pass plays, as the Patriots now are going to go for 2. And this is the first 2-point conversion the Patriots have attempted this season.
Going for 2, setting up quickly.
50.
Browns have everybody up. Jump ball.
Flag. 2 flags.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense, number 23. Half the distance to the goal, replay the try.
Browns are sending everybody. They're going to blitz. Here it comes. Brady looks. 2 points. Julian Edelman.
When it comes down to moments in the game that are really important for a team who's trailing, you don't think what kind of play, whether it's run or whether it's pass, whether it's a quarterback sneak, you think players. And when the push has come to shove for the Patriots this season, Julian Edelman has been the guy they've tried to get the football to. And in that situation, they went right to it.
Underneath throw with the ball is Josh Gordon. Last time he had the ball in his hands was at the end of a 80-yard touchdown run and catch. 7-yard gain there.
You can see what happens. The reason he comes free is because they're zoning it off. Nobody runs with him because he's running towards another defender. And the defenders on the other side were cleared out by the near side guys. So they got run deep. It didn't open up a vacancy in the defense, and Josh Gordon was the guy filling it. Last thing the Patriot defense wanted.
Second and 3. Hightower comes up on the stop on Campbell, but he gets a first down run. First down. McGahee. Campbell ready to throw on 2nd and 10. Crossing pattern. Josh Gordon, he is cut hard and upended. 3rd and 7. Campbell, man. Huge hit. Ninkovich was there first. And now the Browns have to punt. And the Patriots have rallied back to within 8. Will get the ball.
And it's coming off the edge. A 4-man rush. And they finally get home, although as Jason Campbell starts to take off, that's when Jones actually gets it. Jones kind of holding back, trying to bat the pass down, gets to help on the sack along with Ninkovich as the play comes apart for the Browns.
And the Patriots are back in it. Down 19-11 as they come out, starting 1st and 10 at their 19-yard line. They were down 19-3 at one point. Then got a touchdown in 2. Brady. Pop on the ball, and Shane Vereen, the short-handed one from Cal Berkeley, pulls in another 6-yard gain on the play. Vereen with 5 catches for 99 yards.
Yeah, those catches have been just of late. He has started to become the guy in this Patriot offense here in the second half. They've looked around all day and tried to find somebody to get a hot hand. And on that last drive and at the beginning of this one, Vereen has been the guy that has stepped forward, and Brady's looking for him every play.
Go!
On target. See where they spot him. The linesman coming in right at the mark.
He got right to the mark before Ward threw him backwards and tackled him behind the line. It looks like they're going to get the line to gain. But they always give him forward progress on this catch, and he is right at just inside the 30-yard line, and the marker's at the 29.
Brady set up the screen and doing well. Shane Vereen. Showtime for Vereen.
Well, they've gone to him almost exclusively during the last 2 series, and it continues. And at some point, some light has got to go off for the Browns. You see T.J. Ward, DeQuell Jackson drop into coverage, and then they have to come back up with offensive linemen to go through. Vereen catching the football, weaving his way through. The Browns, no question, the defensive coaching staff are starting to try and find where Vereen's going to line up.
52.
Wiggin for 18 yards on that play. Straight ahead power. And the Patriots bust open the Browns' defensive front, unlocking the run defense that's been so good.
Well, Shane Vereen needed a break, so they send Ridley into the game, who is really their best running back, and then they hand it to him and let him do what he does best. Patriots on the move.
43's the mic. Look. Hey, alert. Cobra. 43's the mic. Hey, good one. Wait, Eddie. Wait, Ed.
Ridley, a guy who's had fumble problems, getting some carries today. Liam McFadden gets him down. catch, and somehow Ridley comes down with the ball, but a very short gain. Third down. Patriots need 4 to the 31-yard line of the Browns. Blitz, throw, catch. First down. Austin Collie just re-signed with the Patriots earlier. Just years at the Colts.
Austin Collie, who was away from the team for 4 or 5 weeks. He was here for 5 weeks, and now they bring him back, plug him right in. He knew the terminology. They needed him to take some plays. They're not asking him to carry this offense. They just needed a couple of things from him on that spot. Austin Collie made his contribution.
Brady dancing, wafting the ball and getting it away, throwing it away. Before that was a big rush put on there by Armani Bryant.
Now the flag comes out and it's an intentional grounding.
Offense, number 12. The quarterback was in the pocket under duress and threw the ball into an area where there was no receiver.
Loss of down on intentional grounding. Second and 21. Here's Brady. The rush is on. He swings it out to an open tight end. Matthew Mulligan, and he leaps over the top. It's down close to the 30-yard line of the Browns. Joe Hayden cutting him and upending him.
Well, there's no question the Browns didn't expect Mulligan to be the guy catching this critical pass, and yet, as we just mentioned a moment ago, everybody has to contribute. And Tom Brady found Mulligan to set him up for at least an opportunity on a 3rd and 7 instead of a 3rd and 20.
6:26 to play. Patriots down by 8. 3rd down and they need 6. Brady swept under. Browns bring the heat and they get there. Paul Kruger breaks through, 99.
We've been talking about how many guys contribute. That's why they're so difficult to defend. And here the Browns finally get home with just a 4-man rush. Great job by Kruger on the up and under, working against Svitek. Goes up and under. Brady tries to turn away from it. It's just too late. 4-man rush by the Browns. What an enormous play by that defense.
And here is the phenomenal Patriot kicker, Gostowski, to try a 50-yarder. Money behind it. On target. It is a 5-point game. Cleveland.
Coming up on the Game of the Week, the Browns look to snuff out the Patriots' comeback fire.
Throws touchdown, Jordan Cameron!
Patriots have rallied back. They were down 19-3. Campbell on target. Jordan Cameron, tight end on a drag underneath. And Campbell, who's played a great football for the Browns, right on target.
Yeah, he saw Cameron come off with single coverage and had plenty of time. And Campbell, if there's one thing he does have, is the ability. He's got experience. He knew it was man-to-man coverage, and he's got a strong arm. And he put that way down the field to the sideline, right on Cameron.
13-yard gain on that play. Campbell, 23 of 35 for 312 and 2 touchdowns. Browns have not turned it over. Patriots have turned it over twice. Reverse. Here comes the speed merchant, Josh Gordon. Look at him go, Josh Gordon.
They go heavy on the right side to make the Patriots think they're going to run a hard power sweep, and then they bring Josh Gordon, as you see here. Once again, we get the idea that this guy's got 1 or 2 extra gears that the rest of us don't have.
And he's got Norv Turner in the box, the offensive coordinator of the Cleveland Browns. That was a 34-yard gain.
And immediately they're in field goal position.
1st and 10, Cleveland. Willis McGahee. 6 to go, 19-14 Browns. On 3rd and 17, Campbell steps in. Rifle throw. On target to the 21. Josh Gordon again. A record setter for the Browns. This season he's caught more yardage and passes than any player in Browns history.
We knew at that time it was a critical play. And, you know, once I saw the coverage, you know, I just knew in my mind I'm going to go to Josh on this one, you know, give him an opportunity to win.
New England is challenged in the middle of the field of a completed catch.
Now the question is, they challenge this catch. Now the ball is allowed to hit the ground if it doesn't move in his possession, but look at his left hand, it comes off the football.
After reviewing the play, it is a completed catch.
There it is.
The receiver possessed the ball, going to the ground, had control of the ball.
Tell you, these officials are very good.
The ball did not move. New England is charged a timeout and a challenge.
Here we go, 1st and 10. Campbell, open man, ball is caught down to the 5-yard line. And again, Jordan Cameron makes a play. Big rangy tight end with his 6th catch of this day for 86 yards, a 16-yard gain.
Jordan gets thrown to twice as much as the other 2 receivers combined. Josh Gordon and Greg Little get thrown to not as much. If you double both their percentages, Jordan in the red zone is the guy the Browns go to all the time. And in that case, they went right back to him again.
1st and goal. McGahee. Got a couple into the heart of the Patriot defense.
Now McGahee stays down as he got knocked hard as he came in. You see there, he's up on the ground. He stayed down, and now the trainers will come out and attend to him. Willis McGahee, a longtime veteran of the NFL, was with Buffalo, was with Baltimore, was with Denver.
But as Rob Chudzinski said to us, Steve, the Patriots know they're never out of a game when they have Tom Brady in there. Time is now becoming very much a factor. 2:43 to play, and the Browns offense a bigger factor with the ball inside the Patriot 5-yard line.
It sounds simple to say, but one of the crucial elements about these plays for the Browns down here is they cannot turn the football over.
Oh, is that the truth? Have not turned it over today. Tremendous crowd noise at Gillette. Open receiver, touchdown Browns, Jordan Cameron.
Watch the play action comes in. Everybody is going to attack the line of scrimmage, and nobody follows Jordan to the corner as he waits, and then escapes. And Collins, the first guy to take off and run after him, you got to think maybe he remembered all too late that he had coverage.
That's how I said a lot about our team, that drive, because they scored and then we had to answer. You know, they had all the momentum, and I just feel like all the guys in the huddle was like, let's finish the game.
Down 2 scores with less than 2 minutes to play, another Brady miracle is about to unfold.
Catch made, Julian Edelman, touchdown, Patriots!
Checking down to Shane Vereen, but he's quickly knocked back. Laquell Jackson, who is all over the field, the captain of the Browns, tackle after tackle. He also has an interception today. Brady, what an arm, what accuracy. Edelman out for the first down.
And that will be the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 from the Patriot 47. Brady. And is he down? Beautifully thrown ball to Edelman. Brady now 25 of 43. for 371 yards, 371. So he's the first guy this season the Browns have allowed to pass for over 300. Brady hit.
Vereen's going to end up being in the vicinity of where Brady tried to throw this.
Crossing pattern run by Edelman, gets out of bounds, stops the clock with 1:29 left to play.
Well, they're trying to stop the clock every time, but they're still trying to gain yards. They've got to get on. They've got to get this touchdown, no question, and then they've got to get another possession by onside kick.
First things first, though, they got to get in the end zone. And the Browns, with that defense that came into this game, ranked number 4 in the NFL in yards allowed.
They are stout defensively.
Here's a throw over the middle, heading for the end zone, but not in, is Shane Vereen. Fast offense, and Brady spikes the ball with 1:09 left to play. Vereen now, Steve, with 12 catches today, 40 for the season coming out of the backfield. To the run. Browns aren't buying it. They play run, stop Vereen.
And Bill Belichick takes their final timeout.
3rd and goal. Chess game between Brady and the Browns defense. End zone catch. Great play. Edelman extends to the ball and holds on.
And now they got a penalty flag as well, probably for a hit on a defenseless receiver.
The ruling on the field is a touchdown. Additionally, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 33. The 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
It doesn't look good there, at that point, and they score and didn't look good, but, we're just going to keep fighting. And sometimes you may come up short, but it's not going to be lack of effort or toughness, or, we showed that we have some of that.
Next, on the exciting finale of the game of the week, the Patriots look to recover their first onside kick in nearly 2 decades.
Onside kick. He runs up to recover it. Loose ball.
Now it's 26-21. Browns in the lead. 61 seconds left, and the Patriots will be trying an onside kick.
And they're working with a personal foul on that touchdown that puts the ball at the 50.
It's been 18 years since the Patriots last successfully recovered an onside kick. The kick came in 1995 in a wild card battle against the Browns, coached by none other than Bill Belichick. In spite of the successful recovery, the Browns would prevail and earn the only playoff win of Belichick's tenure.
Fight for the ball! Looks like the Patriots have it. The Patriots have the ball with a minute to play.
They're marking it past the 10-yard line where it had to go. Now it's got to go to the 40-yard line, you'll see, and nobody can touch it until it gets there. One of the Browns touched it right there, but I think there's a chance that Gostowski might have touched it with his right hand before it goes 40, right there, but I don't think so. That's recovered by the Patriots.
Boy, Kyle Arrington might have got it.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is confirmed. The receiving team player, number 35, touched the ball at the 9-yard line and was ultimately recovered by New England. 1st and 10, New England.
It was unbelievable. I mean, it was I came over to the sideline after we scored, and Josh said, we're going for the middle bunt. And so I kind of stood up to get a good look, and he kicked a perfect ball. That was awesome.
A master at making the plays you have to make, at finding a way. Brady looks, lobs. Down to the 30-yard line for Amendola. Good open field tackle. Keeps the clock running. It's a first down to the 30. Patriots have to score a touchdown to win the game. Long ball. Receiver off his hands. And the penalty marker's down. James Boyce diving at the ball. And the Patriots set up with a 1st and goal.
I felt like those two were both jostling for the ball. And obviously the penalty was called. So at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter what I think.
Pass interference. Defense number 23. A foul occurred in the end zone. By rule, the ball be placed at the 1-yard line. 1st down.
35 seconds left. Patriots with no timeouts. Brady looks like he's going to throw. Brady on a rollout. Ball is caught. Touchdown. Brady and the Patriots have done it again. Amendola.
Now they'll have to go for 2 to make sure they try and get a 3-point lead, to make sure that if something unthinkable happens and the Browns can get into field goal range, they can only tie it. So they will go for 2 here. But what a turn of events for the Patriots, and of course the Cleveland Browns can't believe that the Patriots look like they're going to get off the hook.
Now the 2-point conversion try. They hit their last one on the throw to an open tight end. The run. They didn't get in. So now the Browns, the long way to go to set up a long field goal try.
You can bet that the key for the Browns is going to be picking up the pressure of the Patriots. They may bring a lot. If they bring pressure, they're going to expect to get home. But they may drop out 8 into coverage. You have to protect Jason Campbell first and then try and get separation in the secondary. They got 3 deep safeties, so it looks like it's going to be a 3-man rush.
And they have an outfield back there, playing a 3 deep. 25 yards off the line of scrimmage. Campbell steps in. Out pattern on the run, getting out of bounds, stopping the clock with 25 seconds to play. The Browns with no timeouts. Long ball. On target, not out of bounds. Jordan Cameron, the former USC tight end and basketball player, gracefully coming to the sideline.
All they need is 18 more yards, and they are well within range. They need really only another 13 yards to make it a 57-yard kick, which is not out of the realm of possibility. Now, Kunda, that's a long kick, no question. His long this year is 51.
But they probably, Steve, don't have the middle of the field to work with no timeouts. It's got to be a sideline throw. Patriots know that. They're 3 deep. Defense drops back. Standing in, they do off the hands of the receiver. Browns building that 12-0 lead in the 3rd quarter, and then a 19-3 lead. And now the Patriots have come back to take the lead. Campbell, downfield throw, caught.
Now they're going to have to spike it. Clock's running 7, 6. They're going to have to get the ball spotted and spike it, and they'll get a 57-yarder. They got it. 1 second. It's going to be a 59-yard field goal. And Cundiff is already on the field.
58-yard field goal. Not enough. It's over, and the Patriots have done it again.
It looked good for a second, you know, when he kicked it, you know, it looked like it was going right down the middle. And all of a sudden, just feel like a gust just came and pushed it back. And just for it to fall 1.5 yards short, you know, it's like, man, you know, just when are we going to get our breakthrough? At some point, hopefully.
I mean, we're not trying to, you know, give them those leads, and certainly, you know, our execution wasn't great, but we came through when we needed to. So we've been playing 60 minutes all year. We're 10-3, so it was a great win.